watched any of my previous videos or you've been following my content that I share on social media, you know that I talk a lot about targeted resumes and general resumes and how I cannot stand a general resume and how I think they are just so trash and everybody needs to get rid of them. What's up, you guys? I am back with another helpful video for you all. I am Tamika Thompson. I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. I specialize in transforming bland, lackluster resumes and LinkedIn profiles into powerful selling tools that help corporate mid-level, management, and executive professionals land interviews 2 times faster. For this video, I am going to be explaining several differences between a targeted resume and a general resume. Let's get right into it. If you've watched any of my previous videos or you've been following my content that I share on social media, you know that I talk a lot about targeted resumes and general resumes and how I cannot stand a general resume and how I think they are just so trash and everybody needs to get rid of them. I also even recorded an entire YouTube video that teaches you how to target your resume for select or exclusive jobs. If you have not watched that video, I'll go ahead and include the link below so that you can check it out. But let me go ahead and get back on track because I don't want to get distracted by talking about how much I cannot stand general resumes and that everybody should totally throw them in the trash. So, targeted resumes have been proven time and time again to be more successful for job seekers during their job search. So it's been proven that they get more interviews, hiring managers and recruiters actually prefer them, and they do tend to present you as a better candidate or a better fit for the job that you are applying to. And get this, 63% of hiring managers and recruiters that were surveyed as part of the study admitted to favoring targeted resumes over general resumes. And the reason being is because targeted resumes tend to make their jobs much easier since the information that's included within them is relevant and specific. With a targeted resume, there's no need to sift through or sort through pages and paragraphs of information to try to figure out why this candidate is a good fit. A targeted resume is laser sharp, super specific, and it makes that clear right out the gate. But there still seems to be a lot of confusion about what a targeted resume is, what a general resume is, and the difference between the two. So without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss 5 differences between targeted resumes and general resumes. So first things first, what is a targeted resume? A targeted resume or a tailored resume is a resume that is created and or composed with the intention of helping that person land a specific role either in a particular company or in a particular industry. Its content consists only of information that is going to highlight the person's experience, background, and skills as it relates to the specific role that they're going for. A targeted resume is going to be clear, it's going to get to the point, and it's going to be intentional right off the bat. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, here's the first difference between a targeted resume and a general resume, and that is that a targeted resume does not exceed 2 pages. Targeted resumes do tend to be shorter than general resumes because it's only including the most relevant information related to the jobs that the person is going for. With a general resume, that tends to list all of the jobs that the person has ever had, possibly even from the very start of their career. And because of that, general resumes tend to be way longer. I've even seen some general resumes that exceed 3 to 4 pages, which is way too long, and no recruiter is going to read that. When you are creating a targeted resume, you're only including information that is the most relevant. So therefore, it's easier to decide what stays, what goes, and what to leave off, thus making it shorter overall. The second difference between a targeted resume and a general resume is that the jobs that are included in the work experience or the career history section are related to the jobs that the person plans on applying to. On a targeted resume, you are not going to see any jobs that that person does not plan on applying to or that is not related to their experience or where they're trying to go next in their career. So for example, if you are an HR manager, but maybe you started out in accounting or you started out in marketing, that accounting and that marketing experience, that early experience in your career may not be on your resume. If you've been an HR manager, an HR generalist, or an HR specialist for the past 4 or 5 years, then that's all you're going to have on your resume. There's no need to include any and everything on there, just the most relevant jobs or the ones that are most related to where you're going next or where you are in your career currently. The third difference between a targeted resume and a general resume is that the job descriptions that are listed are only going to focus on the value and the impact that they've delivered in their past roles. So instead of generic or vague bullet points that begin with responsible for and give kind of like a very boring overview of what that person did on a day-to-day basis, such tends to be the case with general resumes. A targeted resume is going to have several bullet points that are packed with value. So this is going to include what they increase, what they optimize, the amount of money or the budget that they manage, any costs that they may have saved, or any revenue that they generated for the company, and so on and so forth. If you have questions or you struggle with communicating your value on your resume, I did record a YouTube video for that as well, and I'll go ahead and link it in the comments below so that you can check it out. The value that is focused on in a targeted resume is going to clearly communicate to a recruiter that not only do you have experience doing what they need done, but you've been successful in it, you've exceeded at it, you've made an impact doing it in your previous roles, and that is really what they want to see. Another difference is that a targeted resume is going to begin with a targeted headline and or a branding statement. So again, in a previous video, I did give several tips on how to target your resume exclusively for the jobs that you plan on applying to. Examples include using your job title in your industry, and of course creating a branding statement and using that along with your title and your industry for an added oomph or to make it pop out a little bit more. That targeted headline and that targeted branding statement tends to be one of the biggest things that sets targeted resumes apart from general resumes. I've seen a lot of resumes dive right into that person's experience section without any type of way to set the tone for what this person is looking for, or if this person even has the experience that the recruiter is looking for. So without a targeted anything, a recruiter is going to have to sift through all of that information to figure out, one, if you're a good fit, and two, if you have experience doing what they need done, like if your past positions align with what you are applying to. And yeah, they can just go ahead and scroll down with their eyes and look for it, but if you put at the very top marketing manager, HR manager, accounting manager, they already know, okay, this person is an accounting manager, this is what I'm about to read. Okay, I'm looking at the resume of somebody who is qualified and has the past experience doing what it is that I am hiring for. And doing this is the best way to get them even more interested in you. Here is an example so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Since general resumes are typically created in a hurry or in a rush or without any strategy in mind, this is why they tend to not have any or not enough or the wrong keywords in their resume, which is typically why general resumes get rejected more than targeted resumes when it comes to ATS processing. So with a targeted resume, since you are laser focused and you're like zoned in on getting that one job or that one position or getting into that one company, more than likely you're going to be doing a little bit of digging, right? So you're going to be taking a look at several different job descriptions. You're going to be looking at the skills that they want you to have. You're going to be taking note of what's under the job qualifications or the job requirements section, and you're going to be incorporating those words into your resume so that you have a better chance of getting past the applicant tracking system. And actually, a little secret, that is the best way to conduct keyword research for your resume before you begin applying to jobs. So take a look at maybe 3 to 5 different jobs that are all related to each other. So if you're going for a marketing specialist position or a brand marketing specialist position, take a look at 5 job descriptions with that exact same title and take note of the skills that they have in there. Take note of the years of experience that they want this person to have. Take note of the different responsibilities that this person is going to be doing on a day-to-day basis, and incorporate those phrases into your resume so that you can have a better chance of getting past the system. But do not list skills or information on your resume that you don't really have, because that's kind of lying, and we do not lie. For more tips on how to get past the applicant tracking system, I did write a blog post on this. It is on my website. It's called ATS Hacks, How to Get Past the Applicant Tracking System to Land More Interviews, and I'll go ahead and link to that article down below so that you can check it out. So those are some of the differences between a targeted resume and a general resume. If after watching this video you feel like your resume is looking a little general, is looking a little basic, and is maybe not that specific or targeted as it should be, then that's a sign that you need to get that handled. If you need a targeted resume or a tailored resume created for your upcoming job search, or you just want to have your resume updated overall, I would love to help you. Feel free to visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. You can also shoot me an email to hello@thompsonresumes.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and before I officially end this video, I want to encourage you to please subscribe to my Tamika's Career Tea email newsletter list. Now, every time I drop a new YouTube video, every time I release a new blog on my website, I am going to be notifying my email list first so that you all can watch and read my content before anybody else. Also, you will get weekly resume, LinkedIn, and career news straight to your inbox so that you can stay on top of your career A game. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week with another video. Bye, you guys.